Hello, patients of Saco River Dentistry. This is Dr. Roy. I'd like to take a little bit of your time to talk about a restructuring of dental insurance that we'll be doing here in 2022. Our goal has been, and always will be to take care of the patients and their families, putting their health and dental health first. In order to continue to do that, we are going to be doing a restructuring of dental insurance, and this video will help you understand why we're doing what we're doing and how it may or may not impact you. So our goals and commitment during the restructuring is to always promise you that we're going to put your dental and health care first. We also promise that we'll never let a dental insurance company dictate how we treat you. At the end of the day, dentists go to dental school, not insurance companies. As previously stated, in other words, we will never allow a dental insurance to tell or dictate to our dentists how they treat you. With that said, we're going to continue to work with your insurance company just like we always have, with things like insurance pre-estimates, fighting denied claims, and receiving and filing payments on your behalf. As part of this restructuring, your benefits may change slightly, but we would love to have the opportunity to share why we see this as a good thing and not a bad thing, and much of the topic of this presentation. But before we go on, I wanted to talk a little bit about the relationship of the dental insurance companies to the employer. Jane Doe, our fictitious patient, has an employer, and the employer goes out into the marketplace and selects from one of several different options. There used to be a day when great benefits were found in a dental insurance plan. Unfortunately, it was very expensive for the employer. Well, over the past 20 years, employers have looked to cut costs. Benefits are one area where they can cut costs, benefits to their employees. Unfortunately, there used to be a day when many patients had great benefits. But now we see a day when most of the insurance plans have minimal benefits. That is because it's a minimal expense to the employer. So at the end of the day, it's important to understand that the contents of a dental insurance plan exist as a contract between the employer of the patient and the dental insurance company, as we can see here. So there's a contract between those two. And this is an example contract, $1,500 per year with a certain percentage off a varying degree of services offered by a dental office. But here we bring in the lower part of this slide, the dental office and the patient. Now, as we just talked about, the dental insurance terms are a contract between the employer and the insurance company. There's also an understanding, we can call that a social contract or an expectation, between the dentist and the patient. And that is that there's an understanding that the dentist is going to offer a high level of quality dental care. Well, over the past decade or two, there has been an increasing pressure of the terms in the contract and their influence on the ability of the dental care provider to take care of the patient. Unfortunately, here in 2022, with some insurance companies, we've reached the point where we can no longer be influenced by these terms in how the dental office, Saco River Dentistry, takes care of our patients. This is where our focus is, not outside that rectangle at all. If we focus outside that rectangle, we are compromising patient care, and that's just not something we're willing to do. So what are some things that we're talking about here? Well, under some insurance plans, dental insurance plans, the dentist is not able to execute that care in the manner that they see fit for that patient. For example, proactive instead of reactive dental care. We'll look at that in a moment. Comprehensive care, treating the entire mouth and not just one crown at a time because the dental insurance plan only covers enough to do one crown per year. That's not a comprehensive way of doing dentistry. Then there's things like sedation dentistry, implants, fixed dentures, and many other things where the insurance plan does not cover that level of care, and the dentist is left trying to treat the patient without these tools. Let's take another look at this proactive versus reactive model. On the left, we have dental stability. This is when things are okay and there's nothing wrong. And then dental instability, when something goes wrong. Dental insurance focuses here. This is kind of like car insurance. Car insurance does not cover the oil change, does not cover the rotation of the tires, does not cover new tires. Those are maintenance things to keep the stability within the system where it needs to be. In that case, the system is the car. In the case of car insurance, when something goes wrong, the car insurance is there to make it right. Well, dental insurance is somewhat set up to do just the same. What we're trying to do is get away from that, and we want to focus on the patient preventing problems. Why is that? Because we owe it to our patients to focus here. This is the oath that we have taken as doctors and clinicians to do our best to take care of problems before they happen and not after they happen. So coming back to this diagram here, on the top level, we have a contract between the dental insurance company and the employer. This is a contract that has a strong influence over the ability of the dentist or the dental office, the hygienist, and the admin team to take care of the patient. Unfortunately, we have reached a point at which this influence is now preventing us from offering this high quality care. Well, one might ask, how do Jane Doe and Jane's dentist remove themselves from such handcuffs? Well, that's what we're calling a dental insurance restructuring. So what does that mean here at Saco River Dentistry? Well, first and foremost, the patient and the dental office agree that quality of care is the most important aspect of any relationship. The dental office, in this case, is transferring from in-network to out-of-network status. That status is something that exists with the insurance company. We, as a dental office, have the opportunity to provide in-network care or out-of-network care. Unfortunately, we have reached a point where our in-network care is no longer meeting the marks of what we consider high quality. So we are being forced to transfer out of network in order to take care of you and your family. The patient agrees to understand that Saco River Dentistry can no longer afford to offer high quality dental care under the harsh confines of in-network status with your dental insurance company. I'm repeating myself intentionally here to hopefully drive the point home that we can no longer take care of you in the way that you expect of us in in-network status. The patient understands that the change or lack of change occurs at the level of the agreement between their employer and the dental insurance, not between the patient and the dental office. Again, this is a contract. That contract defines what can and cannot be done and the reimbursement rates thereof that dictates how the care is being done. Again, at Saco River Dentistry, we're looking to focus on this relationship here and not the relationship above. There may be dental offices out there that focus on the relationship above, but our understanding is that there are going to have to be concessions made in order for that existence to happen, and we don't wish that upon our patients. So what will change during the restructuring? Saco River Dentistry will be able to better serve you and your family's dental needs. Again, this is a restructuring with the goal, as we articulated at the beginning, that we're here to better serve you and your family, not lesser serve you. You'll be receiving care in an out-of-network manner with your insurance company. Because of that, your out-of-pocket coverage may increase. Your out-of-pocket expenses may increase. With that said, we strongly believe this to be a fair trade as we promise not to compromise your care in order to save you money. Your health is not a commodity to us. We assume your health is not a commodity to you. Therefore, if you are seeking to save money on your health you have to be understanding that there probably will come a trade-off there, and that trade-off is the quality of the care that you're receiving. That's a question only you can answer. Your insurance company will likely try to make us, Sock River Dentistry, seem like we've ditched you. We've seen this before. That's the letter they're going to send. All insurance companies will articulate this in some form or another, making it seem like we are now ditching you. With that said, we're still here to serve you. We're not leaving you. We're not dropping your insurance. But at the end of the day, they are a business, not a healthcare entity. We are no longer agreeing to let businesses dictate how we take care of your healthcare needs. So what doesn't change during the restructuring? Well, the quality of the care that you receive at Sock River Dentistry. If anything, it will improve. The quality of the materials chosen to provide care at the office. One may or may not be aware, but there are things that offices will do when they decide to continue to receive the influence from the insurance companies. They sometimes will make concessions, and sometimes those concessions are the materials they choose to place inside the oral cavity as we restore the function and aesthetics of your mouth. That is not something we are willing to do. We are always going to use highest of quality materials. We are also not going to change how we invest in state-of-the-art technology. We want to provide cutting-edge care for our patients and their families. In order to do that, we can't be influenced by dental insurance companies. What doesn't change also is the ability to utilize your insurance. We are still, quote unquote, accepting your insurance. It's just slightly structured differently. We also promise to treat you, the patient, and not an agreement between you and your employer. SRD still works with many dental insurances. We're not dropping all insurances. We're dropping insurances that have reached a point where their influence on our ability to take care of you has increased to the point that we can no longer work with them in an in-network status. What isn't changing is SRD's willingness to advocate for you, the patient, with your insurance company. We'll still work with them with things like pre-authorizations, explanation of benefits, advocating for you in the best care possible, just like we always have. So what's next? Well, you don't need to do anything, as we will be working behind the scenes on the restructuring, but you might be getting some letters from your dental insurance company. Like we stated before, it's probably going to say something to the effect of, "We are ditching you." That is not true. If you don't like this change, you can talk to your employer and have them negotiate a better plan for you. Again, we have no influence over the insurance company that your employer has negotiated. In addition, they can switch insurance companies. We're happy to provide a list of insurance companies that we have felt we can partner with that do not influence us in a negative way. SRD has created a platform to answer your questions in regard to this matter. We ask that you reach out to Brittany at insurance_upgrade@sockriverdentistry.com. We ask that you use this mode of communication to not burden our administrative staff. As one can imagine, by doing this, we are going to get lots of questions. We ask that you reserve the opportunity to ask those questions via email so that we can get back to you in a short amount of time and not interfere with the daily operations of the practice so that we can take care of our patients as we always do. I'll end with this. What is our commitment to you? To never trade the quality of care that you received for increased profits of a dental insurance company. That is a promise. So I hope this lands well with everybody. I look forward to the opportunity to see you around the office. And as we stated here, this is for your benefit, and we enjoyed the opportunity to be able to explain that to you. Thank you, and have a good day.